Hi dear viewers, welcome to my channel Cogent English. Today I would like to introduce about the Kerala Higher Secondary School teacher English, the syllabus, the detailed syllabus of English literature. Kerala Higher Secondary Board has been released the latest syllabus for higher secondary school teacher English. The syllabus has been classified into 7 modules, especially for literature. So I'm just going to just introduce the topics and the modules in this video. As we can see, the first module, module 1, the title is Chaucer to Neoclassicism. In this regards, the genre of English literature has been explained in detailed way. The first element of module 1 is poetry. Here Geoffrey Chaucer, the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. Edmund Spenser, Proclamation. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 18, 29, 57, 124, 129. John Donne, forbidding the canonization and valediction, forbidding mourning. John Milton, Paradise Lost, book number 9. Then John Dryden, Macflucknow. Alexander Pope, Atticus Passage. And Thomas Gray, Elegy written in Country Churchyard. When we come to the prose section, Francis Bacon, Of Studies and of Truth are included. And the third genre of literature, it is called drama. Here, the first drama, it is Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. Then William Shakespeare's Hamlet, Twelfth Night, The Tempest, and Julius Caesar. And Webster's The Duchess of Malfi. And Concreve's play The Way of the World, and Sheridan's play The School for Scandal. And there is only one fiction, that is Fielding's Tom Jones. In the second module, the Romantics and the Victorian periods. It's titled The Romantics and Victorian Periods. So here the genre of poetry, William Blake's The Lamb, the Tiger are included. And from William Wordsworth poetry, Ode, Intimations of Immortality. And from Samuel Coleridge's poetry, Dejection and Ode included. From P.B. Shelley, Ode to the West Wind also included. From John Keats' poetry, Ode on a Grecian Urn included. And Alfred Tennyson's poem Ulysses also included. Robert Browning, My Last Duchess. And Matthew Arnold, Dover Beach is included. And Hopkins, The Windhover included. And D.J. Rossetti's poem The Blessed Damozel also included. When we comes to the next genre of English literature, prose, from Romantic and Victorian period, Charles Lamb's Dream Children and the Poor Relations, that essay, that prose is included. And J.S. Mill's Subjugations on the Equality of Sexes also included in the prose. When we come to play, Oscar Wilde, The Importance of Being Earnest also included in this session. When we come to the fiction, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, and Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, Emily Brontë, Wuthering Heights, Jane Eyre, Thomas Hardy's The Mayor of Casterbridge also included in the fiction. So when we go to the module 3, it's titled 20th Century Literature. Okay, all right. And module 3, The title is 20th Century Literature. In poetry, W.B. East, Easter 1916 and Second Coming, these two poems are included from W. East poetry. And The Wasteland, a beautiful poetry from T.S. Eliot. And W.H. Auden's Unknown Citizen, Wilfred Owen, Strange Meeting, Dylan Thomas, Poem in October, also included. And Philip Larkin, Church Going, Ted Hughes, Hawk Roasting, Thorngun in Santa Maria del Popolo, also included in the poetry. And the last one, Seamus Heaney, The Tolerant Man, also included in the poetry session. And when we come to the prose section, the modern fiction written by Virginia Woolf also included in the prose section. In play, T.S. Eliot, The Murder in Cathedral, and Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, James Synge, Riders to the Sea, Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot, and Harold Pinter, The Birthday Party are included. Okay, when we come to the 20th century literature, the fiction area, we can see the fiction genre. James Joyce, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, and D.H. Lawrence, Sons and Lovers, Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse, and Graham Greene, Heart of the Matter, and William Golding, The Lord of the Flies, and Doris Lessing, The Golden Notebook, and Alan Seeley Tow, The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runners. All these fictions are included in 20th century literature. The title is Literary Criticism and Theory. Here, plenty of topics are given. Theories of Rasa, Dhwani and Alangara, Aristotle Poetics, Longinus on the Sublime, Sidney's An Apology for Poetry, Dryden Preface to the Fables, Dr. Johnson's Preface to Shakespeare, Wordsworth's Preface to Lyrical Ballads, and Coleridge's Biographia Literaria, Arnold's Study of Poetry, and T.S. Eliot's Traditional and Individual Talent, Glenn Brooks' The Language of Paradox, and Northrop Frye, Archetypes of Literature are included. From Lionel Trilling, Freud and Literature, and Victor Shklovsky, Art as Technique, also included. As we can see, Raymond Williams' Realism and Contemporary Novel, Jacques Derrida's Structure, Sign and Play in the Discourses of Human Sciences, Elaine Showalter Towards a Feminist Poetics, and Michael Foucault's What is an Author, and Jacques Lacan, The Insistence of the Letter of the Consciousness, and Sharan Kumar's Limbala's Dalit Literature and Aesthetics, from Towards an Aesthetic of Dalit Literature. So it's a wide topic. Yes, when we reach into Module 5, the title is History and Structure of English Literature, Linguistics. So, number one, Indo-European family of languages, and among them, the Grimm's laws, Werner's law, ablaut and umlaut. And second lesson, Old English, dialects, importance of characteristics and vocabulary and grammar, literature of the period. And the third point is Middle English, the Norman conquest, dialects, change in grammar and vocabulary, Standard English, literature of the period. When we come to the fourth lesson, Modern English, impact of Renaissance on grammar and vocabulary, dictionaries, translation of the Bible, and contributions of the major writers like Spencer, Shakespeare, and Milton, impact of British Empire on English. And Chapter 5, Growth of Vocabulary and Semantic Changes. Number 6, Varieties of English, British, American, and Indian. Number 7, Phonology, Supersegmental Features. Number 8, Morphology and Syntax. Number 9, Chaucer and Bloomfield Chomsky, Traditional Grammar, Modern Grammar, and TJ Grammar. Number 11, Varieties of Language, Style, Dialect, Register. The last lesson, Branches of Linguistics, Historical, Comparative, and Sociolinguistics, Psycholinguistics, Applied Linguistics, and Narrow Linguistics. Okay, when we reach into the module 6. The title is given Indian Literature in English, American Literature and Women's Writing. Here in the poetry section, we have Torudat or Casuarina Tree, Sir Aurobindo's Rose of God, Tagore, Gitanjali 1 to 10, Eschyle's Poet Lover Bird Watcher, Kamalada's Introduction and Walt Whiteman Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking, Emily Dickinson's Because I Could Not Stop for Death, I Died for Beauty. 2 poems are included from Emily Dickinson's. And Robert Frost, 2 poems, Apple Picking and Ronald Taken. Sylvia Plath, Daddy. Akama Devi, It Was Like a Stream, and Brother, You Have Come. In the second genre of Indian literature in English, American literature and women's writing, prose, there B.R. Ambedkar's philosophy of Hinduism included, and Emerson's self-reliance also included in the prose section. And when we come to drama, there Girish Karnad's Hayavadana and Eugene O'Neill's Emperor John's and Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie also included. In fiction, Mulk Raj Anand's Coolie and Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children, Howard Thorne's Scarlet Letter, Faulkner, The Sound of the Fury, Ralph Ellison, The Invisible Man, Amiri Baraka, Dutchman, and Maya Angelou, Phenomenal Women, Judith Wright's Finale, and Lidambika Antarjanam, Pradigara Devata, and Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye, Sashi Deshpande's The Long Silence, and Manjula Padmanabhan, The Harvest also included. Finally, Module 7, The New Trends in Literature, Post-colonialism, Eco-criticism, Queer theory, Trauma theory, and New feminisms, New historicism, and Cultural studies and